if you transfer from the previous level to that one, it should be in there. You don't want to put one in there though, because that'll mess something up. By the way, we are live now, so and I can't mute us because of the way I had to set up the audio.
You can't what?
I can't mute us.
Oh.
So
awesome.
We're audio only right now, but we will be video shortly. So.
Because I think I'm almost done setting it up to have 2 text fields and then submit.
Oh, brilliant.
But for the score, you need the player damage object.
Got it.
So for testing, we'll either have a temporary one in the scene or skip through from the previous level or something. Oh, and do we have another level to load after submitting?
Oh, I'm going to have something transitional for sure.
We'll be starting here in just a moment, folks. I'm waiting for Unity to finish opening this project up. This is taking forever.
Level 1.
Yeah, evidently.
I love level 1.
Level 1's big.
Yes, it is.
And then I have to load the other level 1. Scenes, other level 1. How am I doing today? All right. Hello and welcome to a very exciting edition of Cooking with Unity. I'm your host, Maximilian Moreau. With me is Justin at the command chair over there in the background. You may be able to barely see him there. And we've got Jeffrey here as well. And we are currently working on some Kickstarter goodness for our virtual reality project, Vanguard Valkyrie. So, let's see how we want to get started on this. I'm just going to go ahead and switch over to the screen. I'm going to keep the camera on in case you want to see what's going on behind me, because we're probably going to be talking back and forth a little bit on this episode. It's going to be a little bit different than usual, though I am going to try and still keep it educational to a certain extent. Main screen. No, I want main screen plus cam. All right. Looks like we're coming through. Let me know if you guys are having any technical difficulties, but hopefully this should all be coming through nicely. So, I've hyped this to a couple places. They're probably going to be looking for the VR portion, so trust me when I say I'll get to it soon, and I will show some of the game. But what we're working on also is a little 2D minigame for folks that don't have a VR headset. We wanted to try and recreate the game experience in 2D. And we actually worked on this a little bit on the last episode on Thursday. And we're going to be working on it a little bit today too, just because it needs the most love out of everything in the project right now. The 3D portion's looking really good, but we will be touching it on a couple to fix a couple bugs and also to keep things in sync here. So I'm going to temporarily disable this bug flying because I'm not sure if he's hooked up right. I don't think he is. So on the last episode, we had to do some stuff to get the lasers to kill the enemies, and I think I had to break that in between there because one of the changes I made to the physics settings affected the main game. One of my problems here has been project physics. I'm using the 3D physics system for both the 2D and 3D games, and so the amount of layers you can have is set to 32, and we use almost all of them already. So I wanted to hook into ones that we already had. And lasers, for whatever reason, already collided with lasers, but that caused, when I unchecked this, that caused a unexpected problem in some of the asteroid collision stuff that we had on the main project. So I'm going to first see what happens if I keep that checked here. I think what the problem is I can actually target my laser itself again, so we'll see if that's a problem. I'm going to just put some debug enemies in here for right now. Prefabs, enemy prototype, we'll throw them in there. Want them on the Z0, no, just 0. And we'll just duplicate this guy a couple times. Where did the other one go? That's weird. I see 3 enemy prototype. Okay. Oh, I must have like moved both of them. Wait, where's that one? Oh, 93. How did that happen? There you are. That was strange. And why is he bigger than the other ones? Oh, I see. This guy was already pre-populated in the level. Never mind. Do I not have a... I'm going to add a directional light. There we go. And I've got errors already. Starting the show with errors. Oh. I thought I had shelved this file. Open containing folder. I swear that in Perforce, yeah, it's shelved. I guess it doesn't do what I think it does. So, I'm just going to delete these files or copy them over to the desktop or something for right now. Play VO on Gibbed. Play VO on Gibbed. Grab these, throw them out of the project. Alright, let's see if this runs. So, we can shoot at the enemies once this thing finishes doing stuff. And they shoot and they die pretty good. Let's try that again. Actually, I'm going to try it with this guy. I'm going to actually set up this flying bug prototype with our the tags that we need for it to actually operate as a enemy. So it needs to be set to layer player endpoint. It already is, so this may just work. So if I target him, no, where is his collider? So he doesn't have one. Well, there you go. So I'm going to give him a component physics sphere collider, and let's see if this works now. Okay, it did shoot at him. He didn't die, but I think it's because he's just not set up the rest of the way. I want to see if I can target my own laser, though. That's the actual goal of this. So if I can catch it... Yep, I can. I can target my own laser. So that's the bug that we're going to try and fix. So in order to do that, we're going to have to actually change... So I want to change that behavior back to what we had on the 2D mode. So... physics, project setting, physics... And we're going to go to laser and make it not collide with laser. So we got laser up here. and laser down here, and we're going to uncheck that. So there we go. Is that all we have to do? Yeah, let's see if that fixes the problem on this end. I'm sure it will. So we hit that. No, naturally shot below that time. It shoots in a kind of a random direction in front and behind, so yeah, definitely worked. So now I'm going to open up the main project, and this is actually going to be the first time we've shown any footage publicly of the game. So don't laugh. No, I'm kidding. You guys are going to love this. We want the actual full game now. Levels, level 1. Yeah, sure, we'll save whatever changes we had there. And we'll let this thing load for a moment while I get my VR headset set up. Alright. So I don't have the sound on direct feed because last time I had it on direct feed, it blasted everyone's eardrums. So it's going to be coming through the microphone. But yes, so you should get at least a taste of what's going on here.
Here we go.
This might seem logical, but I've learned you're not always driven by common sense. So keep your heat shield functioning, or things will get very hot.
Sure thing, boss.
So what we're actually looking at is a little bit further into the level than this area, so I'm actually going to cheat a little and fast forward this.
Really?
Fast forwarding. There we go. So these rocks are supposed to get shot by the enemies and blow up, and that didn't happen. There's gonna be another one coming in from the left. So as soon as it does, there it is. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna do the other type of pause. Where's my buttons? No. Okay. So, I'm going to go where the player is. Hopefully that came out okay. I'm not sure how the streaming actually worked on this. We're on a untested connection here, so hopefully that wasn't too choppy. Level root. Main player. Player boom. Alright, so here's where we are in the level. That black box is actually our pause system darkening the screen. So here's our asteroid. So, and there it is. It's on layer laser. That might be our problem. So I believe this is a clone. So we'll have to probably change this on all of them. We're going to need to find a layer. I'm pretty sure that it has to collide with the other thing, which is on the laser layer, but I'm going to double check that. If we go to, are any of the enemies shooting just yet? That looks promising, that green splotch there. Yep, there's an enemy laser. And this is on layer default. It's on layer default, interesting.
The ones that blow up the asteroids are a different laser.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
Same name, but it has the word fast.
Alright, I'm going to have to then let this run just a moment longer. I'm not even going to put my headset on. I'm just going to unpause, unpause again, and prepare to pause. I'm going to have to be fast on this. Caught it. Alright. So we're looking at, where's the player again? We're moving through space so fast it's hard to find us. So I think this is the one. No, it's not. It's that one that just went towards the asteroid here.
Should have a different name. So.
Alright, so Justin claims it should have a different name, and it says any projectile fast, is that it? Alright, cool. So yes, it is on the laser layer. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to look into our project settings here, and physics, and we want something that the laser collides with already that won't mess up too much other stuff, hopefully. So laser collides with, looks like there's a few things that it does. It doesn't collide with default. So it collides with, I think it collides with all the stuff that we added after the laser and didn't actually bother making it not collide with.
Sounds like me.
Let's see, cloth, player, moon, planet, flare, planet, halo. I definitely don't want to use player. That's a loaded one. I think, what do you use 2D left and 2D right for? Is that mostly for
3D movie, which I'm working on right now.
Okay, so it's mostly used to limit like what shows in one eye.
Yes.
All right. So if I was to use that in a attempt to make this thing work, it probably wouldn't break anything.
I wouldn't think so.
Or wait, no, it might, because we're probably not rendering with both eyes on that. So yeah, I can't use that.
Oh, right. Yes. That's
Yes. So, clouds. How's clouds sound?
clouds sound brilliant.
All right, I'm going to go with clouds. So we're going to change the layer of the asteroid to clouds, and then this should still work and actually blow things up. If we hit unpause here, you'll see that, well, actually, you already saw it on the previous one, but it just fires right through the asteroid and it doesn't blow up in a cool way. So we're going to now go into here and asteroid explode. There we go. Are these the ones? No. Particles. No, that's not them. Dang it. And I stopped playing the level naturally. Explode. Explode asteroid. Here we go. I think these are them. These are they. Those are they? I don't remember. So, layer defaults, we're going to just drag all three of these into the scene. All four of these into the scene. We're going to look at the asteroid itself, which has the laser layer. So we're going to click on that in all four of these. We're going to change them to clouds. And I just want to double check here on our camera that we actually render clouds to the camera still. I'm pretty sure we do, but I just want to be double sure of that. So camera right, it renders, yep, it looks like it renders clouds, and camera left also looks like it renders clouds. Yay. So that shouldn't mess up our rendering. So I'm going to hit apply, and apply. And we're going to delete these prefabs I dragged in. And we're going to try this, running this one more time and see if the asteroids blow up appropriately.
Here we go.
This might seem logical, but I've learned...
Here comes an asteroid, and it exploded correctly, yay! Let's check the next one too, because I think there's another one real close by. Okay, we actually do have a problem though. I was seeing the asteroid twice on the screen. And I think it's because it was also being rendered by the 2D camera on that layer. Why would the 2D camera be rendering the cloud layer? I know the clouds was in the boss fight that's not really... It's kind of defunct right now, but...
Don't worry about, well, I mean, you can... Sorry. Let me get full focus here. What's on?
Alright, so I'm just, trying to get this laser system working and making it work on 2D and not break too much in the 3D game.
Alright.
It looked like I was rendering twice on the asteroid, like when it was behind me, it spawned in front of me, and so one of those things.
Oh, so it's coming in the 3D GUI, not the 2D GUI?
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
Alright, so the 3D GUI is probably... That camera, you need to tell it which layers to include.
Yeah. Is it okay if I include the cloud layer? Okay.
Absolutely.
Alright, then I'm going to do that. So...
Nothing but 3D GUI goes on those cameras.
Alright, so camera left, camera right. We're going to look at the mixed here. We're going to get rid of clouds on camera right. It might only be on camera right, for all I know. Nope, it's on both. Cool. Alright, let's give this one more shot. I'm actually, before I give this another shot, I'm going to find out if anything has happened and if anyone's actually successfully watching this stuff. This is awesome. Sweet. Yes, we are in a new location. Well, this is Justin's place. We're working on the project. We've been working on it all weekend and long hours. So, and everyone says, this is awesome, looks great. That's great to hear. So... Crap, this is something like what I've been working on. Oh, well, it's looking great. Don't worry, keep working on what you're working on, Konami Code. I know you can do it, because you are the Konami Code. So, alright, that's a good sign that everyone's excited. That probably means that the stream's not completely broken. So, we're going to do this one more time.
Here we go.
What was that?
Debug tools, not computers.
Yes, yeah. You won't get to have the fast forward fun. So, there's an asteroid, shoots, yay, it's all exciting. And now this next one, when it spawns in, it shouldn't show up in front of me. It should, yep, it just showed up there, perfect. Yeah!
Do a barrel roll.
Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and save project and save scene. Have you been doing any work on level 1 lately?
No.
Okay, cool.
I will be soon.
I'm going to go ahead and submit this so that A, you can work on this, and B, if you notice any other problems I've introduced by this physics change, let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully that was the only casualty, but that was the only thing that we noticed before, but you never know when you're testing things, you don't always see everything the first time through, so. Alright. Just takes so long to reconcile. It's a big project, and I probably am like chopping while this is happening. We'll find out. Actually, honestly, probably not. I think you might have more bandwidth here than at the store.
Yeah, my upload is 7 megabits.
Yeah, I think that's better than what I've got at the store, so... Alright, we don't want this, we don't want that, we don't want this or that. These are things that change all the time. Well, these are because Unity serialization sometimes chokes, and these ones are because we have some materials that modify themselves, and unfortunately we don't have them unmodify themselves at the end, so they end up with differences. So in the effort to not have more collisions, we revert those files. The big important changes here are Level 1 Unity, Dynamics Manager, and the Asteroid prefabs. Because those contain our changes to the render layers on the cameras, the asteroids themselves, and the physics change that we made. So we're going to go submit here. Fix to allow coexist of 2D project with 3D project without breaking either side, hopefully. Yeah, this takes a while because level 1 is huge. The rest of it should go pretty fast, though. Yep, told you so. Maybe. What's it doing now? Alright, yay, submitted. So yeah, as I said, Justin, if you have a problem, let me know.
Will do. I will be in there shortly.
Alright, so back to the 2D stuff. To people who are just joining us, hopefully I'm not being cut off. I'm going to wait for this load thing just in case my CPU is bound. It very well might be at this point. Oh, could not reserialize text. I just had the error.
Yeah, one of me now. Yeah.
Sweet.
Just like I am.
You need to stop streaming while you're doing all your work, Justin.
What?
Well, because it doesn't happen on this normally. It must be the streaming.
Oh, I see how it is.
Justin has a machine that should not have memory problems. It's how much is it? 64 gigabytes in that? Yeah, that's insane. I've got 8 gigabytes on this paltry little laptop, but it works and I love it. So scenes level 1. Don't save. Alright, so we're going to get back to the 2D stuff. So for people who are just joining us, if you were really excited to see the 3D stuff from the main game, you probably already missed it. Just rewind back and watch that stuff. We may come back to it later, but we're going to be focusing mostly on the 2D portion from here. So, but if there's other tasks that need to be done, or if we end up breaking stuff with our previous changes, we will be back in there. So just don't hold your breath. So this is the 2D portion of the project. This was a very temporary bug that we threw in as a test. That's right. Do we have the new art stuff? Is that in an email? I guess that's in an email.
Yeah, I forwarded it to you.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to open my email on the show.
Alright, let me see what I can do.
Can you submit that into Perforce?
Oh,
Or
be organized.
okay, don't be organized. Just however you want to do it.
Yeah.
No. I mean, like seriously, airdrop it. Like I don't care.
Oh, that sounds so much better.
Okay, let's airdrop it. I'll do the Perforce
First, I gotta
stuff.
figure out how to save.
You don't give an S hit.
We don't give an S hit. Yes. $hit.
Save all.
Jeffrey has had to delve into the magical world of the magical world of Disney. No, the magical world of PHP scripting. So he's gotten to put a lot of $signs everywhere. It's been a lot of fun, I'm sure.
Sarcasm.
I'm glad I'm back working in C# on the keyboard.
Excellent. Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Saving Oshimas.
Alright, I'm in airdrop when you're ready.
And I am not.
Okay.
Because I am submitting this into its proper place.
On Perforce?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, getting all proper on me now.
Just because you didn't want me to. That's why I did it proper.
Oh, I see. You just like to be contrary.
If you tell me to do code in C#. I'm gonna do it in Java. Probably logo writer, honestly. I don't know Java.
Logo. I miss logo. It's reconciling, right? Cool. I will just kick back for a moment.
Why is my video sideways?
This is a special episode, so I can just rotate left and right in my chair while other people do things for a while. Going to enjoy this moment.
What part of reconcile don't you understand?
Probably the reconcile part,
Oh yeah. That's probably it.
or the fact that it wants to do it twice instead of once. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be it too.
Have either of you modified tags?
I have not.
I did. Oh wait, no. I modified.
Layers.
I actually just modified Dynamics Manager. So yeah, you're set. I have. Assuming that you sunk sometime before I went to dinner / haircut.
I'm guessing just now. But
Well, it doesn't show it as needing.
Updates. Then you're probably fine.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
I just submitted right now.
All right. Getting the latest revision.
It doesn't show that yield sign or whatever it is that it shows when
Good.
this changes non-local.
All right. So I'm assuming this went into pixel art, probably assets 2 here.
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, asteroids and big doors and a bunch
Just out
of
curiosity,
bunch
any
of cool
the,
stuff.
Viewers right now, an Oculus user or have used an Oculus?
I don't know. Let's ask them. Has anyone here used an Oculus Rift, or do they have them? Like, that would be cool to know if there's anyone here that is. I know that my channel is not exactly the go-to for Rift-related paraphernalia, but maybe there's someone out there that is watching that is doing that. I'll throw that out there. I have a feeling the answer is going to be no, but we'll see if anyone comes in and answers. So I want to see what we've got in this folder, actually as a folder. So we got an asteroid, a bigger asteroid. Oh, that's cool. The door things are very cool. Girder, excellent. Wow, that is a real small asteroid.
Good for part of
Oh, mid-ground. I see. This is for putting stuff in the foreground. I like that. We're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
And this
She's
part...
an amazing pixel artist. I'm very happy that she's on board with us.
Yeah. What's her name?
Let me bring that up because
Okay.
I have a hard time with her last name. It's Christina. Let's just go with Christina, man.
All right. Oh, dang.
Sorry.
The planet is 224 tall. All right. Yeah, we'll deal with it for right now.
We could always have black bars, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just put the planet at the bottom. It shouldn't have too much of a problem. It will show some. Well, there's already some edges on the sides anyway there too. This is still a in progress drop, right? So.
Not sure.
Not sure. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would consider it final.
All right.
Any assets that come in at this point.
All right. Well, we'll fix that later. But I am going to put it in now. And this guy is going to take a whole lot of image editing work that I don't want to do, so I'm going to leave him alone for right now. We'll just work with the asteroids. I definitely want to put this big door in somewhere. Definitely want to put the girder in.
Yep, big door is the space jump stuff.
Yes. I like that a lot. That's very, reminds me of kind of a Zaxxon feel.
Yeah, Zaxxon with a Neo Geo type.
Yeah.
Art. So I love it.
That's super awesome. Did you see this? This like door thing.
Oh,
that,
no,
like,
I didn't.
Slides in from the right.
All right,
Gonna put it in there.
Here we are. Yeah.
We're all distracted too easy.
That's for the 2D
Who are
game?
you again?
Yep, this is for the 2D game. So I'm gonna leave Parasite Isle floating alone just because that one's a GIF that I have to split up. I'm gonna take all these other ones with the exception of big door symbol, because that's just a... I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. Thank you, preview, for going away. So we're going to go here. I'm going to set them to Sprite 2D. We're going to put them in the 2D game pack. 32 pixels to units. Point filtering. True color apply. And then I'm going to go to advanced and switch it to true color ARGB so that it's explicit. And then we're going to drag all these guys and put them into sprites. No, I want them in. Are you watching this? Like
everything but sprites.
Yeah, everything
will
but
open.
sprites will open. All right. I'm going to open up sprites. And hopefully these things will be still selected. Yay. And we're going to put... I don't get it, man.
Oh, wait.
I don't
It
get
just
it.
dropped down one of the sprites. But it still doesn't...
Yeah. All right. Well, if I do 1, does it work? That worked. Okay. Let's try 4. Hey, now it's working. That was weird.
That makes me nervous when you say that.
Oh, well, there's going again. Which one is the one that... Oh, I see the problem. We've already got an Asteroid 1 and Asteroid 2 there. So it's having trouble with that. Are they the same? Yes, they are the same. So I'm just going to go Asteroid 3 and 4. So it was being smart, actually.
But
It
if
was
you
just...
do it one at a time, doesn't it automatically rename?
Yeah, probably. If I was to put... No, it won't even let me put it in there. Maybe. Let me try it again. I'm going to go Asteroid 1, make sure it's only selected. Yeah, it won't let me put it in there.
No.
Interesting.
I thought it renamed assets if an asset with the same name already existed there.
I think that's only if you duplicate, but I could definitely be wrong on that. So I just want to just select all these to make sure that they're all set exactly the same. Yeah, it looks like everything is set correctly. Yay. Let's check out our packed sprite atlas for the fun of it. Sprite packer. Pack. Alright, everything still fits in 1024 by 1024. Got a rock inside of a message box. I think that's funny for some reason. So sweet. This is our full atlas for the game so far. Actually, we don't even need this one in there anymore, I don't think. So I might... I'll take that out later. Yeah, we can take it out now. Delete.
That's cool that they put stuff in alpha
What do you mean? Oops, that's not what I wanted.
when packing textures into an atlas.
Oh yeah,
They'll use the
yeah.
alpha to...
Yeah, if you don't
put more
use
things in.
if you use the
That's
default packer policy, I don't think they will. But if you do the type packer, yeah. So default packer won't do it, but type packer will absolutely do that, and they'll even if you have like an oddly shaped thing like this diagonal thing, you can see that it has now placed Q in there, even though this is part of the same image space. The only reason that you would not want to use type packer policy is if you are working on a 2D game that does texture sliding animation stuff. Like if you manually slide the UVs for like a rolling texture or something, you will have lots of weirdness in type packer policy, just because the type packer automatically like does some magic to make sure that you only get the pixels that they want here, and it goes away very quickly. It melts away very quickly, that magic, if you try and access stuff directly. Like, I want the thing next to this thing, and then you never know. So what am I doing now? So, we lost our background. Well, that makes sense because we deleted it. So, where is our main screen? Draft background. This is it. It says missing sprite. We're going to throw in our new planet sprite. Yay. And we're going to offset this a bit. So first of all, I want to see what my parallax scrolling script does here. Previous world position equals transformed position. We get the deltas, and we change the previous world position. So this might work if I just slide to the right. We'll see, though. So I'm just going to hit play. I'm going to switch it to, okay, we're already on 16 by 9. Perfect. So I just want to make sure that it starts out where we can't see any of the background. So we're going to slide a little bit more to the left. Let's do 11 units even. Alright, let's do 10 units even. That worked. Let's go a little bit higher just in case. 10.5. I'm going to go with 10. And we're going to make it scroll considerably slower, though. Ratio right now is 0.25. We're going to set this to 0.05. Let's see how that looks. So there we go. We've got our background scrolling. Got our asteroids, we can like scrape against them, yeah. We can get hit. Need to actually put the shield indicator on the screen. We got some animation. Alright, that new background's looking awesome. Oh, kill that enemy. Die! Alright, and I think that's all I've got for the level right now. We'll probably have to make that scrolling ratio even smaller, but I'm just going to leave it for now because we haven't even gotten far enough in the level for that. Now, what toys did we get to play with here? We got some girders. We got a lot of fun stuff here. All right, cool. Mid-ground asteroids. I want to actually populate a few of these into the level during the asteroid sequence here, the first asteroid sequence. So I'm going to go back and reference my board.
Board, I can put the buttons back up if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really turn the camera around very easily, but
No, but
yeah.
this is exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
right?
I'm ironically sitting right in front of this board in real life, but I wanted to show it to the people out there. And also, the board in real life, we turned on a fan today, and everything fell off. So,
Not everything, well, yeah.
all right, well,
Close enough.
3 of the 5 lines fell off. So,
Just like my Game Boy. All right, this is do a barrel roll. Now, this comes in at some point.
all right, so
Probably should have numbered these. Oh, they're just the best.
Yeah, I picked up the rest of them earlier.
So this is, again, modeled after the actual game. I think I'm going to actually take some notes on the actual game for a moment. Actually, you'd probably like to avoid me playing a full playthrough, wouldn't you?
If possible.
Alright, well, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that then. We'll just mock it up, and I'll clean things up later. Let's first start with the mid-ground asteroids, though. So let's go to the asteroids that we already have in here. And I'm going to create a game object up here that I'm going to call, I'm going to put it 0, 0. This is just for grouping these things. I'm going to put all these asteroids into it. I'm going to call this asteroid sequence 1. Let's see if there's any. Oh, and Cinecat already knew that we had the sprites of the same name, so some people knew that it was going on that. Waiting on the DK2. Do you have an order? Awesome.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we've got 2 folks waiting on their DK2s. No one has a Rift yet, but they will have their DK2s soon. I'm pretty sure.
Should I?
Should you gloat?
Should I?
Do you want to gloat?
If you don't mind.
All right.
So,
Here, I'm going to switch to full screen for this.
well, no, it's not that big a deal, but
Well, I think it's a big deal.
what I can tell you is that when you get your new DK2, this demo will be ready for you.
Yes. Yes, you will be able to play this demo. It's gonna be awesome. Awesome! It's beautiful on that thing too. I'm still using my my old school DK1. I actually don't even have a DK2 on order. I should probably alleviate that at some point, considering I'm going to be working on them. But we have one to test on at the very least, and that's all you need, right?
Yes.
So
That and a lot of hard work.
yeah, there's making games is easy. Are you kidding me? Like it's super easy.
Kind of work.
Yeah, it's the kind of work that you love, but yeah. But it's easy. It's just there's no problems at all. So I want to put a few of these guys in the foreground. So let's just drag them in and see what happens. Oh, these aren't game objects yet, so let's make them into game objects. I'm going to put midground asteroid, and midground asteroid. So what do we want from here? Actually, it might be easier. Yeah, we'll just copy this stuff. All right, so copy components. Actually, I've already got the sprite renderer. All we need is a capsule collider. Don't even have to be that picky on how they work. Oh wait, why do these guys not have rigid bodies? They should. They're not technically moving, so it didn't matter. But I'm going to fix that and actually give these things rigid bodies. Actually, I'm just going to give one of them rigid bodies. Preferably one that doesn't have a rotation component. Physics, rigid body. We're going to set it to is kinematic. I'm going to move it up because I like it up higher. I want it to look like this one. Yeah, that looks like that one. And we're going to hit apply, and that should apply it to these other asteroids down here. Perfect. And now we just need a rigid body on this. Actually, let's just add it to all three of these. Physics, rigid body. And oh wait, these guys don't need a rigid body at all. These guys are not going to be collidable. They're foreground. They're midground, rather. Hopefully they won't look too much like you can run into them. They're pretty small, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So these really only just need a renderer. What was that?
We want to get all artsy and break the purest pixel. We can put a gauze or depth of field effect on the pixel.
Yeah. Actually, that would be.
Yeah.
The problem is our depth of field effect would be pixelated. I'm wondering how that would look.
Yep. And this is how games are made. I
Yeah.
wonder how, and then you spend 6 or 8 days on. No, that didn't really work.
What did I do? I didn't want to do that. So prefab.
But occasionally you'll accidentally do something that does work along the way.
Oh, purely accidentally, let me tell you.
Yeah, all game development is accidental. We don't plan for anything. This is such lies. We're lying to the audience again. It's our new favorite pastime. So I'm just going to take these guys and we're going to move them way over till I see them. There they are. And we're just going to sprinkle them around a little bit. So some midground. So these actually are intended to be behind the other asteroids. That makes more sense, actually. So how far of a distance do I have between the background? I should probably push the background out. I'm going to do that. We're using orthogonal projection, orthographic projection. So we do not have to worry about how distant things are. If they're more distant, they will not change in perspective. What we're going to do is we're going to take the draft background, and we're going to actually just call this background now. It's not really a draft background anymore. And I'm going to make this thing way out there. I'm going to put this at like 60, no, 75. That way we've got a lot of range to work in between. Still should look the same. I'm just going to hit play and make sure. Yep, looking the same. Comment removed, author withheld. Now I'm all afraid.
What is that? I've never heard that message.
So these guys are going to be in a lower layer, further away. So I'm going to put them at Z10. And I'm going to click this to switch to a an isometric. Wait. Call it isometric. That's really not the right word for it, but let's go with that. Alright, so these guys in the background are going to be scrolling slower than the guys in the foreground, though. And so the way we're going to achieve that is we're going to give them scripts that make them move to the right. So,
There you go.
go... Oh, thank you. It's all for me, because I can't...
You have the biggest
This.
screen.
Yeah. But it feels empowering to have the board up here, quite frankly, so... What are we doing? So there's some asteroids. So we're gonna go with 2D minigame, scripts, move, I think is the magic one. Yep, this is it. So we're going to give move to all three of these. I guess we'll do it this way, move. And they're going to be moving in the, X direction. And the movement speed, so the big asteroid, the biggest one, are these in size order? So like this is, that's the biggest, 1 is the biggest, 2 is the second biggest, perfect. So we're going to make the ones that are big move closer to 0, so I'm going to do like 0.25 for my test here. And then, actually let's do 0.1. And then 2 is going to be 0.2, and 3 is going to be 0.3. I just want to see how this ends up looking. And then what I want to do is because I want this to kind of be in the right place, I actually don't want them moving until you see them. So I'm going to make a quick script for this. What's this null reference exception here? No, it's in the editor. I'm sure that's fine. It's fine, it's fine. I'm going to save this scene real quick, just in case, because when you see errors, I like to save. And we're going to create a real quick script. So right now I've got a nice little script that I made called Animate on Visible, which is how I do the animation here. So this rock animates down, and it doesn't do it until you actually see it on the screen. And so that's all this does, is it just hits play to animate. Excuse me. And we're going to do something similar to that. So I'm just going to duplicate this script. We're going to call this activate mono behavior on visible. And we're going to quit this program. So this is activate, yes. Okay, so we want to copy this name, this extremely long name that I decided to make that just is very descriptive but is a huge name. And what we're going to do is, on became invisible, we're going to invoke activate now. Might as well make it more appropriate to what we're doing. And all we're going to do is, we need a variable here. We're going to need public mono behavior target mono behave. I'm just going to call it behavior. And we're going to copy and paste dot enabled equals true. Save. Do I have delays on the... I'm curious about the... I think I did put a small delay. But I'm not going to put any delay on this. We definitely don't want a delay in this case. So, on our midground asteroids, we're going to add this component that I just created. We're going to do there it is, activate mono behavior. That's the nice thing about being explicit in your descriptions, is if someone's working on your project and they're looking for a script and they just start typing one of the thousands of words that you just put in your variable name, they'll find it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the move script here. Now, a lot of people don't know this. If you grab here and then drag, you can add it to something. So that's how you get a behavior in there that you want. Now, unfortunately, I think that gave the same behavior to all three of them, so we can't actually group select that one. We got to do this individually. We don't want them activating their friends. And before I forget, I'm going to apply to each of these so that we have them in prefab. Oh, actually, one more thing. I need to make sure move is disabled by default. So this way it will activate once they get into the scene. Apply. Alright, so let's give this a look-see test. Play. I hate you. Not you. Oh, I got hit. My hitbox is bigger than I thought it was. I was trying to scrape. It's all cool when I scrape. Oh, see, there's our asteroids, and they were going 3 different rates. That's a good sign. It's a very good sign. Let's double check it, though. So we can actually pause it this time. They don't look like they're really going 3 different rates now. All of them are set to move, though.
Is that an error?
Yeah. That's because of the little guy I can target at the beginning. He has a problem, so. It looked like it was doing things, but let's actually unpause and come out of the game view. Yeah, they're moving. Alright, so I think I'm going to make them a bit faster to make them look like they're a bit slower. I know that sounds silly, but... so the one in the far background should be the one that's... This one actually should be close to, like... I'm going to put this one at 0.9. I'm going to put asteroid 2 at... point... 7, and 3 we'll put at 0.5. Wait, no. I had that backwards. I want this one at 9, this one at 7, and this one at 5. There we go. Apply, apply, and apply. And for good measure, we're going to do a save, and a save project. Play. Alright, so hopefully these look like they're more in the background because they're moving much slower now. We still may tweak this a little bit more. And that's still way too fast on all of them. Alright, I'm going to put this one at, we don't want 0.1, 0.95? Is this thing moving already or something? Am I doing something weird? No. Alright, so 0.95 on the super small asteroid. We're going to do let's do actually 0.97, 0.95, and 0.9. If you guys have joined and you want to see the 3D game, we showed it earlier, so you should probably go back and rewind if you are here to learn about... Okay, that's not enough of a discrepancy. Why is it... I mean... Oh, yeah, I'm not even thinking. I'm thinking that for some reason the player moves to the right at 1 unit per second, but I don't think they do. They move to the right far faster. Yes, they move at 3 units per second. So, Maybe I should make a specialized script for this, honestly. Because that way, if I change the speed later, I don't have to manually change all the speeds of these things. That being said, it's only going to be three prefabs, so it's not going to be a big deal. Let's just do this. All right, so we're going to do 2.5. Let's do, actually, 2.0, 2.5, and 3. I want to get to the point where they're moving slow enough that you don't feel like you're going to run into them. As well apply these. Oh wait, I didn't want 3. 3 is a little too far. Let's do 2.9. There we go. Man, the 2.9er, he is moving slow. Where is he even? Oh, we were almost to him. Alright, so yeah, 2.9 is a bit too much. Let's do 2.75. Oh, the fun of games. 2.5, and let's make this one 2.25. I need to fast forward on the other version. Actually, I guess I could add the fast forward, couldn't I?
Yeah. Or is it already in? Did you make it a model behavior?
Yeah, let me just do that real quick. I'm just gonna create not an empty child. That always makes me so sad.
Yeah, it's about 9:30.
Oh, thank you. Actually, had no idea what time it was because there's so many menu bars. We're gonna call this editor stuff, and I'm gonna put in our time scale, speed up time scale. So now I can go like this, and we can go. All right, much nicer. There. That's cool. Now I could put more of them in the background, and that would probably look pretty sweet. So let's look at our asteroid sequence. I'm just going to make this pretty, a little bit prettier, and then we will play around with it more. I kind of want to just have a lot of them. Kind of want to just auto spawn them, but I'm not going to. First, I want to make sure that we apply these to our prefab because these are pretty good values. And let's just duplicate. Where's my movement thing? There we go. Throw them down here and duplicate. We'll just speckle them across various parts of the background here. Let's duplicate this one, put it over here. I don't like where that one went. And then asteroid 3, we'll grab a few of those too. I don't like them when they're aligned on the same line, so I'm going to fix that a little bit. All right, let's see how this looks. It's a little bit busy back there. Yeah, because they end up getting compressed quite a bit because they don't activate until they come on screen, so they don't stay at the same distances. Might change how I'm actually approaching this. They do look like background elements, though, for the most part. I don't want them quite that dense, obviously. And I don't want them to exist that far beyond the boundary. Yeah, well, that's a wrap for today's show, I'd say. Save project. I'm going to go ahead and quit Unity. And we're going to do a reconcile. The move scripts are unenabled intentionally. They actually enable on visible. Next special should be Phil being the host and Max being the invisible co-host. That's actually not a bad idea. Went back, 3D game looks sick. Alright, yeah. Yeah, just go back in the video and you'll see the main 3D stuff. So, comments with keywords, yo. Oh, yeah. I should dim the background sprite to indicate they're in the background. Yep. They're kind of already dim, but I might dim them more. They need to be more purple. That might be true too. I've got hours and hours and hours and hours more fun to work on this stuff after the show too. Yay!
No, it gotta be that. What was that animation guy? It was like, whatever cartoons, yay! He does the Final Fantasy VII thing we watched earlier.
Oh, yeah, the guy from...
Battle Block Theaters.
Yeah, the Battle Block Theater guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna call him.
I think I should do the Vib Ribbon. Yay. Do you remember Vib Ribbon?
Yeah.
That's a good game.
That. Why did we even bother with this one?
When Vib Ribbon exists?
Yeah, we could be good with it right now.
Alright, so what are we doing? This is lots of 2D stuff. Again, on an episode of Cooking with Unity.
Cooking with Unitron.
Alright. So, thanks for watching the show. Hopefully you enjoyed getting a little sneak peek at our project. Yeah, expect more information soon. And I can't wait for people to actually get their hands on this thing. If you have any questions, please email me at Drakfire. Wait, no, sorry. Well, that'll work too, but pushypixels at pushypixels.com. You can also tweet me at Drakfire. That's DRAKFYRE. And if you have any disposable income, save it for our Kickstarter, which will be announced shortly. You guys have a wonderful evening, wonderful week, and we'll catch you back on Thursday, if not sooner. And it looks like there were no other questions, so that's a wrap. Good night, everyone. Do you want to say good night?
See ya!
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Now we get to BS for a while. So what are you working on?
Oh, I gave up on the whole virtual reality thing. It's never gonna take off.
Aw,
Yeah.
I knew it.
No.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
We're gonna do Virtual Boy.
We're gonna do Virtual Boy. Actually, we might do Virtual Boy. That would be so exciting.
I need a file for that.
I would love to do Virtual Boy.
Yeah. I would love to do Virtual Boy as well.
9:38.
Quite an awesome challenge.
Yeah, that would be a tremendous challenge.
I'd love every second. I lie.
I know. Yeah, I'm
I
going to
think
tell you
I
right now,
love
you were
every
not going to love every second because do you remember how good a tools guy I am? Do you remember before Unity when you were like, I want to work on a game project? I'm like, can you put all your pixel art in text form?
Are you telling me Unity doesn't support Virtual Boy?
Yes, I'm telling you right now that Unity does not support Virtual Boy.
What?
And no, I'm not supporting Virtual Boy in Unity.
What?
Is it on their to-do list for like Unity 7.0 or something?
7.0 is going to... That would be so weird to have like a future version, like way in the future of Unity, it supports Virtual Boy for some reason. That would be cool.
It would if someone made a plugin supporting it and then sold it to them.
See, the honest truth is, like, you're going to, like, do art for that game, or someone's going to do art for that game, and then someone is going to have to actually, like, put it into binary data. So, I'll make a PNG reader. Well,
It's
actually...
only 16 Shades of Red. Come on. How
Yeah,
hard could it be?
yeah, it couldn't be that hard, right? Anyway, thank you guys for joining us, and good night. Hopefully that's enough lead time to get this done.
I'm going to try this out.
Stop streaming.